Welcome to the channel, Dr. JWAU. Who Defines Humanity, Chapter 5. When evidence begins speaking louder than promises and hope. Until now, the discussion has been deliberately restrained, not because evidence was absent, but because chronology matters. Every serious investigation first understands why something exists, before asking whether it succeeded. GenderGP emerged because many people genuinely believed existing healthcare systems had abandoned them. And that historical reality deserves recognition. But every healthcare organisation eventually reaches the same unavoidable moment, the moment where belief becomes evidence, not testimonials, patterns, not isolated disappointments, recurring concerns. And healthcare is rarely judged by one patient's experience. One successful outcome cannot establish systemic excellence. One dissatisfied patient cannot establish systemic failure. Medicine requires something stronger: patterns. Patterns reveal systems. They expose strengths, invisible during isolated success. They expose weaknesses that the individual stories alone cannot explain. This is why regulators examine trends rather than anecdotes. Why courts evaluate evidence rather than expectation. Why professional bodies investigate recurring concerns instead of isolated events. Healthcare matures by recognizing patterns before they become disasters. This is precisely where the documentary now arrives. The discussion begins, leaving philosophy behind. Publicly documented concerns begin entering the examination. Questions surrounding assessment, questions surrounding continuity, questions surrounding communication, questions surrounding prescribing, and questions surrounding professional oversight. None of these questions automatically establish wrongdoing. Neither should they be dismissed simply because they are uncomfortable. Healthcare demands something higher than assumption. It demands investigation. And that principle protects everyone: patients, families, clinicians, even healthcare providers themselves. Because every transparency ultimately strengthens trustworthy systems and exposes weak ones. And the issue therefore changes again. No longer did GenderGP offer hope. No longer did patients seek help. The documentary now asks something far more consequential. When independent organisations, courts, clinicians and patients begin documenting concerns, were those concerns isolated? Or did they begin forming a pattern that responsible medicine could no longer ignore? The answer to that question changes everything, because medicine's not ultimately judged by what it promises, it is judged by what repeated evidence reveals. The next chapter begins examining that evidence, one layer, one document, one finding at a time. And make a little island right here. And there ain't a palm tree in sight, but there's not a cloud in your blue eyes. If we need a drink, I'll be the bartender. I got a fifth of Patron and a blender. Baby, slipping on a swimsuit is overrated. We don't need a beach to get a half naked. Life's too short, let's not waste it. Cause paradise is wherever we make it. Paradise is wherever we make it. Till the sun's up Monday, we'll tell our phones, do not disturb. I got my straw hat, babe. And you can finally pull the tags on your Tommy Bahama shirt. Blue crush up on the 85-inch sound machine. When we wanna hear the ocean, I think everything we need is right here. And there ain't a bar
Let's not waste it, 'cause paradise is wherever we make it. Paradise is wherever we make it. Oh, this view of you, it's got everything I need. Yeah, the rooms, they're cheap. And if we don't wanna, we don't ever, ever, ever have to leave. Yeah, there might not be a palm tree inside, but there's not a cloud in your blue eyes. If we need a drink, I'll be the bartender. I got a fifth of Patron and a blender. Baby, slipping on a swimsuit is overrated. We don't need a beach to get half naked. Life's too short, let's not waste it, 'cause paradise is wherever we make it.